Yo guys, how's everyone doing? This is your guy Assassin Dave. Welcome back to Team 4 and Famous again. Today we're gonna watch all 3 games BTK play in the group stage for them to jump out and go against Blacklist in the playoff. I cannot wait for a playoff, guys. Their first game is gonna go against Blacklist, the last champion. It's going to be super exciting. How is BTK going to handle it? Mentally, physically, how they're going to prepare themselves. Obviously, they got a few days from now all the way until like December 11th. So like 3 days. So take a day off, relax and chill, and then get on them practice. But let's take a look at all the 3 matches. They lost 1 game and won 2 games. You can see from the screenshot right here. It's quite interesting how they lost that game though. I feel like they're losing on purpose in a way. Like, I wouldn't say that's the losing on purpose, but you can see from the draft. I just didn't understand the draft that much. I think that's why, if they're actually playing serious, maybe that's the game that, they're actually just zoned out, right? Because players are under tremendous amount of pressure when they're on stage. But we're going to analyze all of that, go through all of that. Let's go through the first game real quick. I don't want to bore you with a 30-minute, 50-minute, or an hour video, so we're going to do this real quick and let's jump straight to the ending of the band pick right here. You can see right off the bat, we got a Phobius pick. This is a pick that Chicken loves so much in this tournament. You also see them playing Phobius quite a bit in the inner scrim and practice. I understand Phobius is a strong pick, but is this a really that good a pick to pick out that early? In NA, there's a saying that, you can pick a Kai, you can pick a hero like Tig to create those kind of quad control, to create those dash for Phobius and a setup for Phobius. Phobius can create some dash, use some ultimate, do a lot of damage, which makes sense. But in this game, very interestingly, Shark decided to go with Lolita in the end. As you can see, we can skip. They got Lolita in the end, which then, at this point, there's 0 setup. There's not a single character in the game that can create some kind of push mechanism for Chicken on the Phobius. So it's obvious just rely on mainly on, but at the same time, this game, Team Na'Vi has a lot of dashes. So Chicken must be really happy. You can see he's like excited. He's very excited for this. So let's quickly jump into the first game right here. I gotta say, Na'Vi did okay initially. In fact, actually, but BTK did end up getting first blood, I believe. I remembered. So let's take a look. Initially, it's just pretty even farming here. I'm gonna turn down the volume to very minimum because this guy's way too loud. So we're gonna analyze the game from our perspective, not this caster's. So right off the bat, BTK gonna start turtle at around 2 minutes. Makes sense, right? Knowing that they have the advantage, a kind of number advantage, but now the stun comes in. Lancelot, remember, the execution god, right? Skill 2 plus retribution. You can see that Thanos jumps in with the ultimate, the vengeance. Lancelot secure the turtle in the back, but BTK does take the opportunity to use a snipe, and first blood does go to Phobius on Chicken, played by Chicken. So, is that a good trade? You can see everybody on the entire side of Team Na'Vi is level 5 and 4, whereas we still see a level 3 Shark, which is one of the game-changing ultimate. Now, obviously, Na'Vi, Selena doesn't really need an ultimate. She already have an ultimate, right? It's not going to benefit her that much. So, overall, I would think that the kill is still worth it to give Chicken that lead. Because Chicken now, in lane, is going to have a much easier time going against Thamus. And also, Thamus is definitely a popular pick in M3 through that whole thing. Because it's a character that can go against a lot of heroes in lane. Who's like Paquito, for example. Thamus can 1-on-1 and win. Thamus can also 1-on-1 against Phobius, which, evidently because all the survivability and shield that Thamus is able to have. And all the damage, consistent damage when Thamus is in the zone. So, I'm going to quickly skip some farming here. Let's see how Na'Vi execute the second turtle, which is coming up. Because we want to look at a game by rotation, by beat. We don't want to look at a game, just look at them farm. That's kind of pointless. Except when you look at items. You can see Esmeralda is building Enchanted Talisman, bottom lane. I think going against Brody, you might consider building like a 1 tank item. I would go for the breastplate first, like get a breastplate, the armor, 2 armor thing, and then to get yourself a huge damage reduction, go against Brody. But obviously, again, different players have their own planning. You can see Victor just finished that Enchanted Talisman, pretty decent. All right. Chicken got a 1 pull, the ultimate comes in, and he's gonna jump in one more time. Not yet, so he only used the ultimate 1 time. I think Na'Vi's waiting for this guy to finish the ult, but But we see that Eve might be a little bit too aggressive. Thames jumps in. Farsa got taken down right off the bat. Lancelot comes in. He's going for Chicken, who got taken down very, very low. But Chicken doesn't have ultimate anymore. But again, even though Chicken liked to play Phobius, I haven't seen Chicken really pop off, you know, even in the practice on Chicken stream. Because BTK's entire team never stream really during the time that they're in Singapore, which kind of surprised me. I don't know why they don't stream. It's such a great opportunity. If you look at Gosu, like I think the stream they got 20,000 viewers or something like that. Gosu General at the time they win. But BTK really didn't want to reveal the strategy maybe. But even that, if you in that sense, Chicken streamed, so like their strategy is out there. So like overall, I think people are just lazy. didn't bring the tools. Probably Chicken's the only one who brought a computer. You can see the hotel they live in probably didn't provide them any computers. And do mind you guys, BTK is one of the teams who went to one of the few teams who in the entire M3 who does not have a coach, does not have an analyst, does not have a team with them. They are completely playing on their own, okay? So they have nothing to bring over there. They're naked in a way, right? This is why you have to give a lot of what do you call props to BTK. Now, kudos to them for obviously taking on this very, very challenging journey to SCA. Whether they want it or not, I think everyone wanted, everyone excited for it, but NA just didn't really have a pay staff for Mobile Legends. You know, that's why NA esports scene, we'll see in the future, but to pay for an esports player to play the game in North America for Mobile Legends is a little bit unrealistic. Like unless like it's paid like what $500 on a part-time basis, which is not $500 in North America. You can't even buy food. I think if you buy food, live on $500 a month, you can buy like burgers every meal. I think that's pretty much it. Not even good burgers. You can buy McDonald's burgers. You can't even buy Chick-fil-A. You can't even buy good burgers, like decent fast food. You can't even buy decent fast food. That's how low that payment is in North America, right? $500 is living wage in SCA. And in fact, I think a lot of pro players get paid like $1,000 or $800 around that line in SCA when they're just starting off. So a lot of people get paid $500. You know, $500 is not enough. So to pay a coach to analyze the game, to help a team full time, it's just not rational unless we get views in NA. But even then, most of the viewers who are watching NA scene, the fans are still in SCA in India, all this kind of area. So it's really hard for NA sponsor to sponsor a team that has fans that's not here. If you're not local, the sponsors don't see themselves getting the benefit of like, let's say giving a team like hundreds of thousands of dollars to to represent their product. Because even if everybody, like let's say all the viewers who are watching them, 90% are like 95% are like, oh, this is a good team. Would like to buy stuff on that they represent, but they can't because all the companies who sponsor them are in NA. So that's the problem with NA, right? So the inherent challenge for Mobile Legends NA scene. But you can see that Lancelot did jump in and he didn't really get anything. I'm just going to go ahead and mute this casters. The Lancelot jumped in trying to chase for the far side. I think he messed up the mechanic a little bit, didn't get a consecutive dash, and because of that, he should just back away. But he now keep on chasing, and sure enough, get himself killed. Sunset Lover. At the same time, though, beautiful dash from Mobile Zane to dodge that engage right there from Brody. When Brody comes in with a stun, Zane just dashed at the right time. Okay, I mean, you can say that Zane has fast fingers, or he just wanted to do that at the same time, like at a time because he already got what he wanted. So stun comes in, Farsa gonna be the target, and I don't think there's anyone he can run. Anywhere he can run, so Farsa is gonna be dead. Zia this game has not been paying attention to the bushes. I think Shark is not really helping either on checking the bushes. So over here the stun did miss. Shark has not yet landed a single good ultimate yet this game, which is quite disappointing. But overall, BTK is still even with the enemy, even though they're 2 kills ahead. But you can look at objective right now, completely even with Navi a little bit ahead, actually. So let's see how this game panned out with the Lord coming up in 15 seconds. Like I said, BTK has a lot of inherent challenges going to SCA. They're definitely the underdog going to this tournament. So getting into the upper bracket, I would say their group is one of the easiest though. Like look at other groups, just look very, very deadly. Still, getting to the upper bracket is achievement. So big congrats to BTK. And they're gonna go against Blacklist on December 11th. I will link the official website down below so you guys can check the schedule. It's again quite exciting to see that match. That's going to be the real match I want to see, how BDK is going to perform against the team who won a championship, has a full-on support team, analysts, probably many analysts, many coaches. Shark one more time, the ultimate did not land, and now he is going to die. And Victor is going to get himself away because he flickered in time. Chicken comes in, did not find anything, and he wanted to walk away. So overall, it's pretty even fight so far, except for Shark just died. This game, again, I don't understand this Lolita pick. Like, Akai Tigreal would have just been so much better. I think you would go, and Lolita didn't really help with Eve either, right? It doesn't really help with Thamus, Lancelot. It only helps with Brody. I mean, still, like, I think it's the troll pick. They probably just like underestimate the enemy, which is not a good thing to do. This is why, like, even though BDK was beating all the teams in rank, and when it comes to the actual tournament stage, the teams are not messing around. And now you're actually getting a challenge, right? Because teams, everybody want to win, everybody want a prize, everybody want to get their name known, to tell the world that they're the best. So at this point, with everything on the line, and if you doesn't pick your best, if it doesn't do your best, it's just gonna get rolled over, right? And that's exactly what we're seeing from the spam pick, the draft from BDK. I don't understand this Lolita pick. Shark is such a good Akai. He's known to be the one of the best Akai in the entire world. And yet he did not pick Akai here. He could have easily picked Akai and worked with Phoveus, because Akai will give Phoveus infinite pushes in this game, and it would have worked really well in this game as well. So he would cancel a lot of ultimates. It worked really well against Lancelot as well. But let's take a look at this team fight one more time. So it started off with BDK on the Lord right away, knowing that positioning, but Asmar's not here, so Na'Vi is here to retaliate, and they're able to land a beautiful stun one more time on Zia. He's not able to dodge, he doesn't have any luck on dodging those, but Chicken is able to use that ultimate to get a few kills in the back, 1 or 2, and look at Yi Sun-shin getting chased by Lancelot. He was almost going to die, but again, Lancelot is just falling short on those combos. So he went in and gets some damage in, but he's not able to connect to skill 1, which is one of the deadliest mistake that you can make on Lancelot, mechanically, right? If you see it yesterday when we see Onyx PH, jungler, he was one of the best Lancelot I've seen in the entire M3, right? Though he didn't make them many mechanic mistakes. The problem is mainly like they just trolled. They were winning really far ahead, and if you haven't watched that game, make sure to go to that analysis right there to see how Onyx PH lost to Onyx Indo, but they still came out of the group as the first place, and then Onyx Indonesia didn't even make it out of the group stage, which is kind of interesting. So let's take a look at this lore push right here. So one more time, Eve tried to defend mid lane, but he got pulled because he got slowed by the far side, which I did not expect. So the skill worked in synergy right here. Shark finally landed the one ultimate. This is the only ultimate he landed, but it's the only ultimate that mattered, right? Because now BDK got 3 member taken down, and Chicken played way over his head over here. There's no reason to jump in on a Lancelot at this point. But Lord is coming in, so it doesn't really matter. And BDK just straight up win this game. So again, I think Na'Vi is just, I don't know. Like, and this team is not on the same level with BDK. BDK is a little bit overpowering them, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it straight with you guys. So let's take a look at second game when BDK went against Evo Singapore. Right? Well, look at this guy. He's not fooling around. Look at his face. I'm gonna kill BTK. Oh yeah. Look at his face. He means business, bro. Like he's here to win, all right? He's not like on the Na'Vi team with his watch. He's a little bit different. So it's very interesting how they drafted. First, obviously, we have Evo Singapore. Did their homework. They banned all marksmen, right? We got Nathan ban, we got Yi Sun-shin ban, we got a Roger ban. So I'm going to go ahead and move my head so you guys can see the picks from BDK side. I have no idea how this draft just worked, okay? I just have no idea. So first of all, BDK has first pick. If you pick Eve, that's fine. That's understandable, Ban Hayabusa, ban Clint, which I'm pretty sure they have their reasons doing their scrims, doing everything. So Clint is, I wouldn't comment on that. Paquito, understandable. I guess Evo Singapore did their homework. They banned all marksmen for Zane. But Zane still have Granger, right? You cannot ban away Zane. I think it's really hard. NA teams made that mistake. They tried to ban Zane and it didn't work out. Zane can also play Belmont as well. And he actually took it off in this group stage. And I think BTK laughed about it when they picked it. You can see that from the expression. But what is this Phoveus pick? This is so forced, right? Like E pick is fine, Granger pick is fine, but why Phoveus? There's only one person who dashes, which right now, that's shown, which is this guy, right? Beatrix. Esmeralda is a straight up 100% counter to Phoveus. If you're talking about like the most deadliest counter to Phoveus, we talk about Esmeralda, right? She did not have a single dash except for ultimate. Besides that, her regular most amount of damage, the reason why Esmeralda is feared is not because her ult, right? It's mainly because she's unkillable. So you get all of that, right? Like the reason why Esmeralda is so strong, and it's like the infinite amount shield, and she ignores your shield, she can kill you, and you still pick Phoveus. So that's forced, right? And let's continue to go with it. So then Evil Singapore decided to take out Bane, which is another character that is not moving. I mean, in a sense, not dashing, right? Like Bane didn't have a single dash, so now Phoveus is really screwed. And you can keep on going to see that entire team of Evil Singapore just refused to pick dashes. So Chicken, this game didn't have any setup except for his teammates. I think they ended up picking one teammate that provided a dash. I forgot who it is. So let's go to the draft. Yeah, Rafaela. Provide speed up, provide a shield, provide everything. Just don't provide dash. So again, another counter to Chicken. So Shark ended up picking Mathilda, which only provides a dash with the ultimate. You know, a tiny push. And the Chow, which is really good because it provide, again, you have to use ultimate to provide a dash. It's just overall not good pick. I don't know why. What's this obsession with Phoveus on Chicken? You know, because he loved this character. And again, I understand that. I see him in practice. I see him play it even in A when he plays this character a lot. It's just not a good pick to prioritize. You know, like it's good, but you cannot prioritize the pick unless you know enemy gonna have dashes. Okay, unless maybe you ban certain characters and you know the enemy jungler only play Lancelot. All right, if you did that kind of research, if you did that kind of homework, you ban out all the other character he plays besides Lancelot, and then you take Phoveus, it makes sense. And then you take a Tigger on top of it, you take a Kai on top of it, which Shark is so good at, it makes sense. But we got none of that. We got none of that. I don't know what we got, right? This draft, it's just cringe. I'm not gonna bash BDK because they still remain my favorite team. But again, I gotta keep it completely honest with you guys. When I was watching this, I was watching this live yesterday. I mean, I think if you go back to watch a live chat, you will see me talking. I was just like, what is this draft? It just feels like they're trying to lose on purpose. It doesn't feel like they're trying to win, you know? Like, it just doesn't. It feels kind of forced, so let's move my camera back. Let's take a look at the early game right here. So Zia, obviously, we talk about how Beatrix is really, really strong early game. We've seen it from Onyx PH versus Onyx Indonesia, where they take Beatrix mid and it completely destroyed the very, very powerful Amon in the mid lane, right? Amon's strong early game, but Beatrix is stronger with a BB gun. Beep, 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 beep. It just, your HP is done. And on top of it, I think you're just done, right? It's really, really powerful. On top of it, they have Rafaela, which gives Beatrix the speed up to beep, 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 you better. So very, very powerful. They zoned this guy away, zoned the entire BDK away just with the two people alone. And then Bane is able to secure that Lethal Wanderer, which is pretty good early game. Already 300 gold ahead, 200 gold ahead, I would say, for the side of Evo Singapore. So let's continue to the first turtle fight, which is coming up in 10 seconds. Okay. Let's take a look at the rotation here. We have 3 people from BDK in the mid lane. Only 1 person from Evo Singapore Celia with the defense in the mid lane. Use the bomb to kind of do a little bit of poke. I like that. It's really smart. And now comes in with another ultimate, again, just to zone Zane. Zane got taken down to 1 HP almost instantaneously. Look at the focus on Zane. This is a team that did their research. If you don't focus on Zane, Zane stays alive, BDK wins. If you focus on Zane and Zane dies, BDK falls apart. That's how BDK functions, right? Now, because that's their focus. Their focus is usually hyper carry Zane. Like, give all the farm to Zane. Doesn't matter what character he plays. If he plays Bellman, Zane still takes everything. It doesn't matter. Zane take all the farm. So this beautiful focus there from Evo Singapore, I gotta say, shout out to them for doing their homework. So let's take a look at this rotation right here. Zane was walking up. He tried to do the Lethal Wanderer. He got baited because, Rafaela's position is so good. He was in the bush camping. He saw a neutral objective that BDK have to take, and he just stays there. Do not move a muscle. That's something that you really got to admire from a support player. when support player does that, like better than the other support player, it creates chaos for your jungler. You know, because Zane cannot do anything. He want to get Lethal Wonder, but he has no idea there's Rafaela hiding in the bush, right? It's also kind of his fault in the sense where it's not really his fault in a way because he trusts Shark so much. So you usually in an A, nobody really punish this to them. But you can see that in SCA, every single mistake you make is heavily punished against good teams, right? So Shark did not get vision in that bush. Zane walked close to it to get the Lethal Wanderer, and sure enough, heavily punished. And now Potato on Bane is gonna get the free Lord, a free turtle. BTK is not even contesting it, and they're not getting anything back in return, and that's the scariest thing, right? Like, they're not trading a tower on the side. Usually, if you give a turtle for free, you are trading a bottom tier 1. But they're not trading that. They're not even getting any farm. They're just hiding, sitting there, doing nothing, letting Amon farm, letting Bane farm, letting everyone farm, really. So, on top lane, Shark's a complete pin to the tower, because there's nothing he can do. Esmeralda is level 7, where Shark's level 6. And this is the thing, right? I just don't understand why Phoveus. He understands how to play all those type of characters, and yet we decided to go with Phoveus. And it's an early pick too, like fairly early, when there's no dash available, when you don't really understand Evo Singapore that much. So, and also another thing that I think that, again, I gotta give credit to BTK because they're playing from their back foot, like they're playing from behind, right? They're underdog. All these teams in SCA you have, if you notice, they're connected. Evo Singapore, Evo's Indonesia, Evo's Philippines, Onyx Philippines, Onyx Indonesia, they're all same org. Where BTK is just BTK. All these teams, they scrim each other, they practice, they talk to each other about strategies, about what each other pick, so they understand how to do draft. That's what coaches actually have a job in SCA, right? BTK going to SCA, they know nobody. All the teams who want to scrim them, practice with them, are just doing it to kind of say, oh, this is how good an A is. This is how bad an A is. Oh, look at Victor on the bottom lane. Straight up, if you fight Amon in the long term, he's going to shred you. And then on top of it, after there's a lot of feather, one ultimate, you're dead. That's usually how Amon works. But going back to what I was saying, BTK going there completely on their back foot. There's no support whatsoever. And then they got to where they are is already accomplishment, right? Like they obviously the other teams from international region going to SCA is facing the same challenge, maybe a little bit less, but about the same challenge to be honest. Because Mobile Legends is really only popular in SCA. I mean, it's still popular games in other regions, relatively speaking, but it's not popular enough for the other regions besides SCA to support the esports scene yet. Maybe Brazil, because Brazil has MPL now, but we all know like. How Brazil plays in Mobile Legends. All right, let's continue to watch the turtle fight. So one more time, BTK want to do the turtle, but look at his dive right here. Potato come in with ultimate, and Evo's scared jumping in was another ultimate. Completely zoned Zen away. Turtle just went to Evo's, no problem. They have too many zoning tools, right? Esmeralda, Bane, and also Beatrix ultimate. On top of her, Rafaela on the side, just completely speeding everyone up for those engages. And meanwhile, at the same time, Chicken's useless. Chao's useless. I don't understand. I don't understand the draft. Maybe Chao is somewhat useful, to be honest, can protect the backline when Amon shows up, just kick, right? I mean, or find those sweat engages. But Victor did not go any tank item this game. He was squishy AF. He went in, he dies. Look at the team fight one more time. Look at Turtle, right? So BTK started it. They have the territorial high ground, but nobody's zoning in this area. Nobody understands where this is because this is 5 evos. Because look at Chicken. He's hard stuck top. He's nowhere for him to run. He cannot cut lane. He completely lost the lane. Utterly, completely just gone. Amon doesn't dash except for Amon's passive. So this guy is useless. You know? He cannot do anything. Like, look at him. 5 versus a 4 right here. Because of that, they're missing someone to cover this entry area, to zone, to poke. And then Gear just find a free entry. Potato come in, just straight up ulted. Zia's ultimate did no damage. Because look at this engage, right? Esmeralda all on top of Bane's ult. Chao went in like, where's everybody? Sorry, Chicken's like, oh, sorry, mate. I'm still walking towards the turtle. Again, I don't think we should watch this game anymore because they get straight up outdrafted and outlaned. Yeah, there's not a single play. There's not too much play to be made in this game by BTK, right? Because they're just done this game. Like they're just done from the beginning to end. You cannot go against a team like this and then draft like that, right? It just Phobius on top of it, not like, okay, because when I talked to Chicken before, like, why do you force Phobius pick? He said, I rely on my teammates to set up. Because a lot of times in NA tournaments, they will play Phobius with no setup, with no push heroes, no dash heroes on enemy side either. Because he will first pick Phobius. And then they will take on an Akai, which makes tons of sense, right? Which makes tremendous amount of sense. Because Akai will push, right? Will provide a dash for Phobius. You're like, oh, snap, that is such a genius plan. You know, all of a sudden Phobius become not so bad. You get a Tig, all of a sudden Phobius become not so bad as a forced pick. But this game, they have nothing. Last time, same, they have Lolita. It's only because the enemy team, they just gapped the enemy team too much. That's why they won. But this time, when you go against a strong opponent, you just can't do stuff like this. So let's quickly skip to the last game where they won against Cambodia's team. To be honest, guys, I don't even know Cambodia play this game. But apparently they do. So we're going to skip the Ben pick because the Ben pick is pretty standard, to be honest. One thing I like is they did not pick, look at first pick Beatrix. They did not force the freaking Phobius again. Whew, which gave me so up my nerves. BTK is the only team that just, I mean, Chicken, I would say, is the only player who just forced Phobius no matter what. Like, again, I understand the passion behind, I love Phobius and I would have picked Phobius, whatever, but it's just, like, why? Still, like, it doesn't make any sense, you know? It's just, why? So anyways, let's go ahead and watch this game. So right off the bat, you can see BDK already starting off on, I mean, I gotta say that Box, see you soon from Cambodia. I actually got a first blood. How did I get a first blood? Let's see. Who, where, and how. Is it topside? Yeah, it's topside. Yeah, Chicken dying too much. Even in A, Chicken still dying too much. Chicken and Victor both play really aggressive. I think in competitive scene, finally they're getting punished for the stuff they're not getting punished for in A. Like in SEA, when you play against good teams and you play really aggressive, you do not want to one-on-one that much. Let's put it this way. If you watch any pro teams, like, yes, SEA teams might be cringy sometimes in a way how they handle Lord, as I analyzed from last video that we saw on a PH versus Indo. But some of those fundamentals mistakes they just don't make anymore. The reason why they don't make those mistakes anymore, because they played against enough of teams who punish them every time they make those mistakes. So BDK haven't get punished enough. And sure enough, you can see Chicken 0-2-0 already, going against a silent Nathan. That is not acceptable. Right? This time, they didn't even have a supportive help. Chicken just straight up died. So it's just getting to the area where, you know, Chicken's able to go there to represent. You know, it's getting to one of those cringe territories. Again, like, I give credit to BDK where credit's due. Sometimes they play really well, and sometimes they just play, like, they just haven't, a lot of mistakes just haven't get punished, right? So, again, on the side lane, most of the pro players, what they do is they just clear lane and they leave. Silence job is you pick those characters. The reason why you want to silence draft is all about winning the lane. In the sense of winning the lane, not in the sense of, like, dominating your laner in a one-on-one duel, like epic combat of one-on-one. That's not how it works. What I mean by one-on-one lane is like one-on-one, I can scare you because I'm Esmeralda and you're Phobius. If you come find me, I'm gonna screw you up. It's what we call defensive aggressive, right? This is why a country usually develop their military, because this way, like, they don't have to start war, but they will intimidate their enemy. It's all intimidation. So in this case, it's the same thing. You pick strong opponents so you can intimidate your enemy, so you can cut the lane. Because let's say I'm Esmeralda, play Phobius. I can go cut your lane, and your Phobius can only watch me cut the lane. You cannot do anything, because I overpower you. I cut the lane, and I rotate the team fight, and I win. But in this case, we just don't see that. Okay, see, now, see you soon on the, oh, all those jump in. They really want to kill Zane. Zane did get killed, but BTK does secure the turtle, so... again, I don't know how good is that trade, because they killed a BTK core, which is, if BTK lose their core, then you lose the game. That's usually how it works, even against NA rank teams. And then that says a lot, right? This is a core strategy going against BTK. However, it's really hard to get his Zane though, like, because BTK has played together for so long. Their synergy, their trust, their understanding each other is very solid. So, like I said, that's why Zane trusts Shark so much to be able to face check bushes. And sometimes that's not a good thing. Because a lot of mistakes are not being punished, as we talked about. So let's take a look at this rotation right here. Top lane, Chicken barely dodged that stun. And he barely escaped. Rafaela was here to try to help, but again, there's no reason to always try to one-on-one. Chicken still died in the end. Aldous, I think he died, maybe, yeah, because of the Belmont. So I don't understand. I just don't understand this aggression, this one-on-one. Look, he's constantly trying to challenge the Nathan to a one-on-one. Where like what I would do is farm that gold crab, the gold cannon right here. Like if you're really winning lane, if you're really seeing, okay, I'm a hero, I'm Beatrix, this guy's Nathan, I destroy him in lane. Your number one objective is intimidate him away from the lane, so you can go like, you know, hold the lane or don't let them farm basically. You know, let the minion kill the minion so they lose a lot of farm. Something they can do. But your goal is not to really get into a challenge, into a duo, and that's not what Chicken does. He actually, when he gets in a duel, he means it. Like, he actually want to freaking fight you, right? Like, come at me, my stupid little enemy. Except they're not playing against the bad enemies. They're playing against the best that's selected from every region, right? They're here. They're all here for a reason. So you got to respect your enemy. You got to really understand. So hopefully, I don't know. I mean, BTK is also known to be the team that can adjust really well. They got some really smart minds on their team. So they work as a team really well, like I said. So hopefully after this week 1 group stage, they can adjust and learn from the mistake they're making. Go back to rewatch the game and find out why is Chicken dying so much in the early game on the side lane, right? Why are you forcing a freaking Phobius when enemy have 0 dash and you're still, our team did not pick any hero that Chicken told me that they would pick, right? Like in the end, when I asked him again, why would they pick that? They said they would need a tank to set up to make Phobius good, which makes sense. But on top of it, you would ban Esmeralda, at least ban a hard counter and then to create a setup. That would make a lot of sense, but you leave Esmeralda up and you take Phobius, which is like, you give enemy pick Esmeralda already, and then you pick Phobius. That's even worse. Like, then you just like, ooh, what just happened? You know? But in this game, I have to say, a lot of credit to Zane. It's almost like a one-man show here. Rafaela, Belmont is a really good combo. It helps the Belmont spin to continue to stick on you a lot better because of speed up and also slow down an enemy. Let me drink some water. Talk too much. All right. Let's come back to this game. Top side, Chicken, again, play really aggressive. Flicker under the tower, almost died right here. Listen, if it's not for Rafaela to help, Chicken would have died. And yeah, the Chicken recoil effect. I just saw it. I just don't get it, you know? He's actually playing like a chicken this time. He's imitating a chicken. Playing like a chicken, imitating a chicken, using chicken recoil effects. Damn it, Chicken. Damn it, Chicken. Why are you doing this, Chicken? Okay. So, Rafaela almost died, but flickered to safety. So, overall, I would say, again, a lot of mistakes a lot of mechanic, and overall, just player mindset mistakes, I would say. Not a mistake, just overall mindset. Their mindset's not at the right place. It's just that can only be fixed if they play on the big stage a lot longer. If they keep on playing against good teams in SEA, they will correct those mistakes in no time. Because mechanically, all those players are gifted. They just have to understand the draft, styling on the draft, I've talked about this over and over again, it's about picking a draft that will win lane. Sometimes Dairoth will be a good pick, will make sense, because Dairoth can win lane, right? So it all depends on what helps you win lane, help you rotate. And then what kind of synergy do you create in a team? You get that figured out, it's all good and dandy. So Zane jumps in one more time, really aggressive. He understands Shark's right next to him. Again, Zane just trusts Shark 100%. You can see the synergy between these two. They're always roaming everywhere together. They're always going as a team. It's just really positive synergy between Zane and Shark, which is really good. Esmeralda jumps in. Beautiful engage right there. Shark used one of the worst, least suitable weapons, I would say, the shotgun to snipe the kill there. It could have been Victor's, but Chicken's like, nope, my kill. So he just took it away. Could have been 2-0 on Esmeralda. But it doesn't really matter at this point, to be honest. So Let's take a look at this turtle fight. BTK one more time is on objective, on time, and now they have Bellman so they can secure it better. Esmeralda, once again, Victor being initiator a lot of times, a playmaker for BTK. Landed a beautiful engage right there. They got a kill on Nathan right off the bat. Nathan probably thought he can get away, but nah, my guy. So let's quickly skip to the next objective to see how BTK execute. We're gonna skip all the farming here because farm is not fun. So let's take a look at this fight. Okay, so we're gonna start off right here because it shows the mindset, the thinking process. Zane probably understood when he took the red buff, right? If you go back to when he cleared his jungle, like his jungle pathing right here. So I wanna go back. This is where he took the red side jungle. The blue side jungle is up. I don't know why I don't see red. Okay, so he already secured enemy red. So he see no reason on going back to his own red. I think that's one explanation for it. He went for his blue buff to secure all the possible jungle that he can get. Zane's really good at doing that, right? This guy's hyper farmer. Doesn't matter what he played, like I said, he's always farming. And right after that, a very interesting decision making from BTK. They decided to roam bottom, which is unorthodox, but also really good. Because they really want to get this Nathan I think the focus was just Nathan here, and Zane just caught this Nathan. Nathan could have gotten away though. He got teammate baited. He got baited by the Mathilda right here, and it jumped in, got killed by Zane, got a lot of HP back, and Zane still have his ultimate right here, so he's gonna use the ultimate to get another regen. And at this point, Shark's like, "I'm here, boss," and he got a regen one more time. Speed up, heal, jump in with 1 more attack, get the kill onto the squishy Selena, get another regen. So, beautiful play from Shark and Zane. To really show you the synergy between these two, right? Why BTK is mostly feared in NA, it's actually a lot of time not because of Zane. Because like I said, Zane, in all the games we analyze, if BTK lose Zane, they kind of lose everything. Because Zane's the core. But it's the team who usually set up the play for him, right? The Shark, Victor, all of them are really good at setups. Victor also have a lot of synergy with Zane. They suck each other up for many times in the past 2 years, right? Like they played together for a long time. They're really good friends in real life as well. So they're just close buddies. Like they play together really well. They both live in New York as well, which helps explain the synergy. Because they're the in-game friends who develop into real-life friends and actually still play in the same team, who can actually hang out in the same house overnight and play the game. So, again, I think that's just really nice synergy that BTK have. So let's quickly skip to the remaining, to the Lord Fire here. This is where BTK ended the game, wiped their enemy clean. So Aldous in the bottom side, split pushing. BTK got the Lord with 5 people, right? Look, Victor was zoning in the back. 1 versus 2, no problem. He was zoning people in the bush. He understands people in there. He is Esmeralda. He's insane. He's unkillable at this point. Nobody can kill him. So he zoned 2 people away, completely on his own, and leaving Thamus and Nathan to go in by themselves. Which is just a mistake. Aldous, the jungler, wasn't even there. Why are you contesting that? Do you really expect to steal a Lord from a Belmont? On top of the fact that your jungle is not there. So again, I think I don't even know Cambodia have this game. I don't even know the game was available in their app store until today, to be honest. I really did not. As a nation-wise, because I don't really get a lot of Cambodian viewers, I think. I have some. Big shout out to you guys. But welcome to the stream. But I really didn't know Cambodia have a team that actually represented in this tournament, which is interesting. But at the same time, like you can see the skill gap, right? Just the understanding, lack of understanding of game. This is not even the game that we're playing that's supposed to be on the same level, back and forth. This is just 2 teams on a different level. This is why I say BTK got such a lucky group, right? If they are in a group with a lot of SCE teams, Group A, Group B, it would be a different story. I will actually fear. But don't worry, it doesn't matter which group you're in. You can still make it to the playoff because they're upper bracket and lower bracket. So with Lord pushing in on the bottom side, let's take a look at this Lord push right here. Esmeralda obviously soloed Aldous on the bottom lane because Esmeralda really farmed right now. And Farsa being that farmed going in, 2 bombs, and this Nathan was almost dead. And Chicken's really farmed as well. End of the game was 5-4. Going against a team that they're supposed to be really far ahead on. So overall, again, guys, I just think it's it's a missed opportunity, I would say. Like, this game reveals a lot more mistake on BTK's play than you would think. Really, when you go against good teams, that's when you see those mistakes, right? When you go against like NA clowns, when you go against like a lot of teams in NA who just constantly never punish your mistakes, you never seen those. But a lot of teams in NA are really, really good, obviously. I'm just saying that they don't get punished as hard. So overall, guys, what do y'all think about this BTK journey to the playoff going against Blacklist now? So guys, practice, go back to watch those games, really fix those mistakes, okay? Because it's so important that they cannot make this kind of mistake going against Blacklist. If they do, they'll be heavily punished and then drop down to lower bracket, which is not something that we want to see. But it is best of the 5, though, and the BTK is known to be the team who can adjust. So we'll find out in a few days. Guys, like, subscribe, and turn the bell on. And remember to re-download your Mobile Legends with a link in the description to get your bonus diamonds. Dave signing off. I will see you guys in the next video talking about Mobile Legends M3.
Just for the thrill